Clifton Bledsoe Cates was an American general who served as the 19th Commandant of the Marine Corps. He was honored for his heroism during World War I at Belleau Wood and in World War II for inspired combat leadership at Iwo Jima. He is considered one of the most distinguished young officers of the First World War. He was one of the few officers from any branch of service to have commanded a platoon, a company, a battalion, a regiment, and a division each in combat. Early life. Clifton Bledsoe Cates was born August 31, 1893, in Tiptonville, Tennessee. After graduating from the Missouri Military Academy in 1910, and the University of Tennessee College of Law in 1916 with a Bachelor of Law degree, he was admitted to the Tennessee Bar. Was a member of the Capitao chapter of Phi Gamma Delta. Military career. With the entry of the United States into the Great War, Cates sought to join up. He was commissioned as second lieutenant in the Marine Corps Reserves. He began active duty on June 13, 1917. World War I. During World War I, Cates served with the 6th Marine Regiment, fighting in France. For his heroism in the air defensive at Bourges and Belleau Wood, he was awarded the Navy Cross, the Distinguished Service Cross with Oak Leaf Cluster, one of only 9 Marines to receive 2 in World War I in addition to the Purple Heart. He was awarded a Silver Star for his gallantry at Soissons. In addition to his medals from the U.S. military, he was recognized by the French government with the Legion of Honor, one of the greatest compliments that could be paid any officer, and the Croix de Guerre with Gilt Star and 2 Palms. Lt. Cates and his men were credited with saving Bourges. Post-war service. Cates returned to the United States in September 1919 after occupation in Germany, and was prepared to resign his commission until dissuaded by Commandant Barnett, who took him on as his aide-de-camp, and he served as a White House aide. In 1920, he stayed as Gen. Barnett's aide and followed him to San Francisco, California. From 1923 to 1925, he served a tour of sea duty as commander of the Marine Detachment aboard the USS California. In 1929, Cates was deployed to Shanghai, China, where he rejoined the 4th Marines, where he served for 3 years. He then returned to the U.S. for training at the Army Industrial College and in the senior course in the Marine Corps schools. In 1935, was assigned to the War Plans section of the Division of Operations and Training at Headquarters Marine Corps. In 1936, he returned to Shanghai as a battalion commander with the 6th Marine Regiment. In 1938, he rejoined the 4th Marines in Shanghai. In 1940, and he was named the director of the Marine Officers Basic School at the Philadelphia Navy Yard. In 1942, Colonel Cates took command of the 1st Marines. World War II. Colonel Cates led the 1st Marine Regiment at Guadalcanal, for which he was awarded the Legion of Merit with Combat V. He then took command of the 4th Marine Division in the Marianas Operation, the Tinian Campaign and the Seizure of Iwo Jima. For his services at Tinian he received the Navy Distinguished Service Medal and a Gold Star in lieu of a second Distinguished Service Medal for his service at Iwo Jima. The planning for Tinian included the first complete aerial reconnaissance of an enemy base by the key commanders, including Gen. Cates. Near the end of the fighting at Iwo Jima, Gen. Cates attempted to persuade the remaining Japanese brigade to surrender honorably rather than fight to the death. After his first tour of duty in the Pacific, returned to the United States to serve as Commandant of the Marine Corps schools at Quantico until 1944. He then returned to the Pacific Theater, until the end of the war as commander of the 4th Marine Division. Commandant. On January 1, 1948, he was sworn in as the 19th Commandant of the Marine Corps and promoted to the rank of General for his time as Commandant. He served as Commandant for 4 years, 1948 to 1951, and fought the budgetary erosion of the Fleet Marine Force. As Commandant, Gen. Cates continued the push to enlarge the Corps' standing forces, eventually getting legislation placing the Corps' active strength at 3 divisions and 3 air wings, and he brought the first helicopters into service on a test basis of the new concept in the Korean War, the usage of which would make an impression on the commander of the FMF Pacific, his eventual successor as Commandant Gen. Shepard and Cates would revive the amphibious assault at Incheon. Upon completion of his tour as Commandant of the Marine Corps, he was reverted to his then permanent rank of Lieutenant General and was reassigned to serve again as Commandant of the Marine Corps Schools. He retired on June 30, 1954, and was eventually promoted on the retired list to the rank of full general. After retirement, he was chairman of the National Campaign of the USO for 2 years. Death. General Cates died June 4, 1970 at the U.S. Naval Hospital, Annapolis, Maryland, after a long illness. He was buried with full military honors on June 8, 1970 at Arlington National Cemetery. General Cates also held doctoral law degrees from the University of Tennessee and the University of Chattanooga. Cates Award. Carter's high school alma mater, the Missouri Military Academy in Mexico, Missouri, honored his memory with the creation of the General Clifton B. Cates Iwo Award for leadership during the Academy's 125th anniversary celebration in 2014. The award specifically recognizes the leadership traits of perseverance and determination. Awards and decorations. Cates was the recipient of the following awards: